Good morning everyone. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. And this is the name of Telegram channel, GKToday YouTube. And this is the link. Now we have started a new channel, Civils Academy. Here you will get the content for UPSC and for State PCS. So if you find it relevant, please subscribe to it. Now let's start. Who has been appointed as the new president of New Development Bank? So recently, Marcos Trojo has been appointed as the new president of New Development Bank. Now he is from Brazil. The New Development Bank is BRICS Bank. BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. And the headquarters of New Development Bank is in Shanghai in China. Now apart from him, recently Leo Puri has been appointed as the new chairperson of JP Morgan for South and Southeast Asia. Now coming back to this BRICS Development Bank. So the new president is from Brazil. The previous one was KV Kamath and he was from India. Now recently one more Brazilian was in news and his name is Roberto Azevedo. Answer in comment box. He is associated to which global organization? Twitter recently linked the tweet of which countries head to fact-checking page. So recently, Twitter linked the tweet of Donald Trump, that is the President of United States, with a fact-checking page. However, the Twitter clarified that this decision or this particular action was taken to provide the context to the tweet of President. On the other hand, US President alleged that the Twitter is interfering in the 2020 presidential elections. And in this context, one section was in use and it is section 230 of Communications Decency Act. Now you need not to go into detail, but you should know that this section as well as this act is related to USA and it is related to social media also. Now USA was also in news because of Uyghur bill. So recently USA passed this bill to punish those or to impose sanctions on those who are responsible for the human rights violations of Uyghur Muslims in China. Now, Uyghurs are the minority community in Xinjiang province of China. Now, USA was also in news as recently it joined G7 Artificial Intelligence Group, and this group is going to set ethical guidelines for the use of artificial intelligence. Now, coming back to Twitter. So the chief of Twitter is Jack Dorsey, and recently Twitter was in news as Labour and Employment Minister Santosh Kumar Gangwar launched a Twitter handle, and the name of this Twitter handle is Labour DG. So this has been launched for the Labour Bureau to provide latest statistics for labour welfare. Which country's survey team recently became the first to reach the peak of Everest this year? So Mount Everest is the highest peak in this entire world, and the survey team of China became the first to reach the peak of Mount Everest this year. And this is a part of a project to remeasure the exact height of Mount Everest. Now, it is important to note that every year International Everest Day is observed on 29th of May, and it is special because the Tenzing Norgay from Nepal and Edmund Hillary from New Zealand had climbed Mount Everest on this particular day, that means on 29th of May in 1953, and they were the first humans to achieve this. Now coming back to China, China was also in news because of AR500C. Answer in comment box, what is it? Now China was also in news because of Indo-China conflict in Pangong Tso Lake, and this lake is in Ladakh. Ladakh is the new union territory, and recently Ladakh was in news as it got its own police force. Which country has commenced the development of its first stealth bomber named Pak-Da? So it is Russia. What is the full form of this Pak-Da? It stands for Perspective Aviation Complex for Long Range Aviation. What is stealth bomber? It means these are designed to avoid any detection. That means the enemy country cannot detect this particular bomber and therefore it can attack the enemy directly. So this is the first stealth bomber by Russia, and this is an aircraft which would be carrying lot of advanced missiles and bombs. Now this Pakda is a stealth bomber associated with Russia, and B-2 strategic stealth bomber is associated to USA. On the other hand, Xi'an H-20 is stealth bomber associated with China. What is stealth bomber? It is aircraft that will carry weapons, and it is stealth because it is designed to avoid any kind of detection by the enemy country. As per the recent study by Deloitte, which country is placed at the top spot in Global Anxiety Index? So, India is on the top of this Global Anxiety Index, and this has been conducted by Deloitte. Name of the index is Global Anxiety Index. So, this Deloitte conducted a survey named Global State of Consumer Tracker, and as per this survey, India is on top. That means India is on top in terms of Global Anxiety Index, and India is followed by Mexico and Spain. On which day this World Hunger Day is observed every year? So it is observed on 28th of May, and the objective of this day is to spread awareness about the acute hunger and the ways how we can solve the problem of hunger and poverty. Now, in the context of hunger, there is a Global Hunger Index. Now, answer in comment box what is India's rank as per this index and which organization published this Global Hunger Index. So, 28th of May is observed as World Hunger Day, while 29th of May is International Day of UN Peacekeepers. And the theme of this year's UN Peacekeepers was Women in Peacekeeping, a Key to Peace. 28th of May is also observed as International Day of Action for Women's Health, while 29th of May is observed as World Digestive Health Day. Which organization has launched an artificial intelligence based chatbot named Pi? So it has been launched by NPCI, that is National Payment Corporation of India, and this is artificial intelligence based chatbot, and it has been launched to spread awareness about the various products related to NPCI, and these products are such as FASTag, RuPay, UPI. Now NPCI, that is National Payments Corporation of India, was founded in 2008, and it is a not-for-profit organization, and it has been registered as per the provisions of Companies Act, and it has been established by Reserve Bank of India in association with Indian Banking Association, and this organization is promoted by RBI, and this organization is, that means this NPCI is owned by a consortium of major banks. Which day is celebrated on 28th of May by the Women's Global Network for Reproductive Rights? So it is International Day of Action for Women's Health, and it is celebrated by Women's Global Network for Reproductive Rights. Who is the head of 11-member Annual Grant and Affiliation Committee constituted by Indian Olympic Association? So Indian Olympic Association constituted this committee to review and to monitor the annual grant and affiliation fees of its member, and this committee is to be headed by Adile Sumriwala. Now Indian Olympic Association is headed by Narendra Batra, and recently he was in news as he has been appointed as the member of Olympic Channel Commission. Asian Development Bank recently signed a $177 million loan agreement with India to upgrade road connectivity in which state? So this has been launched for Maharashtra to boost the road connectivity and to upgrade the road infrastructure. Now Maharashtra was also in news because of Me Annapurna initiative. Answer in comment box what is the objective of this initiative. Maharashtra was also in news as India's first intercity electric bus service was started between Pune and Mumbai in Maharashtra. Apart from that, India's first LNG bus service was started in Kochi in Kerala. And recently Kerala was in news as first women DGP of Kerala is R. Srilekha, and she was appointed recently, that's why she was in news. Apart from her, recently Thierry Delaporte has been appointed as new CEO and MD of Wipro. What is the new name of Central Institute of Plastics Engineering and Technology, that is CIPET? So now it has been renamed and the new name is Central Institute of Petrochemicals Engineering and Technology, and it is a national institution under Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizers, and it is located in Chennai. On which day the World Vape Day was celebrated? So it was celebrated on 30th of May. It is celebrated to spread awareness about vaping and to spread awareness about the harmful effects of e-cigarettes. Which international association has proposed 750 billion euro COVID-19 recovery fund? So it has been proposed by European Union Commission, and this has been proposed to revive the economy. Presently, the President of European Union Commission or European Commission is Ursula von der Leyen. Which e-commerce platform has partnered with Karnataka Mango Board to sell fresh produce of fruits online? So this is a tri-party agreement. One party is farmer, and on the behalf of farmers, Karnataka Mango Board partnered. Another party is Flipkart, and third party is India Post. So Flipkart will provide a platform for the online sale of these fruits. Farmers will provide those fruits and India Post will deliver those fruits. So recently this has been done. Now a similar agreement has been done in case of Bihar, and India Post and Horticulture Department of Bihar partnered for the home delivery of Jardalu mango as well as for Shahi Lychee. Now these two products got GI tag in 2018. What is GI? It is geographical indication. Now Flipkart was also in news as recently it partnered with Bajaj Allianz for digital motor insurance policy. Flipkart was also in news as recently Sriram Venkatraman has been appointed as the CFO, that means Chief Financial Officer for the Commerce Division of Flipkart. Now coming back to GI, so recently one more GI product was in news and it is Kangra tea. It is related to Himachal Pradesh, and in the context of Himachal Pradesh, one river was in news and it is Swan River. So a bridge on the Swan River has been constructed, and this is going to benefit the villages of Punjab and villages of Kangra and Una districts of Himachal Pradesh, and this bridge is on Swan River. Which Indian state has proposed to launch a first of its kind state health register project? So this has been proposed by Karnataka to launch first of its kind state health register. So it is going to maintain the health database of people of Karnataka. Now Karnataka was also in news because of Hack initiative, and recently Karnataka's Center of Excellence in Cyber Security launched this first cyber security accelerator for startups. Karnataka was also in news as Karnataka government decided to rename the Bengaluru's Yelahanka flyover after the name of V.D. Savarkar, that is Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. Mustaba Hussain, who passed away recently, was associated to which field? So he was associated to literature and he was associated to Urdu literature. He passed away recently. Apart from him, recently Bejan Daruwala passed away. He was well-known astrologer. On the other hand, recently Yogesh Gaud passed away. He was veteran lyricist. In addition to him, recently the first Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, Ajit Jogi, passed away. Apart from him, recently Rajya Sabha member Virendra Kumar passed away. So these were the most important questions of today's quiz. Now we are going to cover important news. So if you want current affairs only in question answer format, you can skip this section. So first news is related to Uttarakhand government. So the state government started Mukhyamantri Swarozgar Yojana, and this has been launched for migrants. Swarozgar means self-employment. So this has been launched by Uttarakhand. On the other hand, Madhya Pradesh government launched Rozgar Setu. It is a scheme for skilled workers. Madhya Pradesh was also in news as recently the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, ordered the detailed analysis of each death in the state due to coronavirus. Next news is related to Goa. So recently Goa was in news as 36th National Games were postponed. Goa was the host of these games, and Goa was also in news because of a new rule that anyone who is going to enter into Goa need a negative corona certificate to enter into the state. Next state is Uttar Pradesh. So Uttar Pradesh was in news because of herbal roads. What is the meaning of herbal roads? It means medicinal and herbal trees will be planted on the roadside, and Uttar Pradesh is going to get 800 kilometers of herbal road. Next news is related to Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. So recently Kheer Bhavani Mela was postponed, and this Mela is related to Jammu and Kashmir. Next news is related to personalities. So now we are going to cover certain personalities which were in news. So first is Sandeep Pradhan. So the tenure of Sandeep Pradhan as Director General of SAI has been extended by 2 years. What is SAI? It is Sports Authority of India. Next news is related to Indigo. So Venkatramani Sumantran has become the new independent director of Indigo. Next is related to Nirmala Sitharaman. So she is the finance minister, and recently she was in news because of FSDC. What is FSDC? It is Financial Stability and Development Council. So recently she chaired the 22nd meeting of FSDC. She was also in news as she launched instant allotment facility of PAN through Aadhaar based eKYC. PAN stands for Permanent Account Number. Next is related to Kiranjit Kaur. So she has been banned by WADA, that is World Anti-Doping Agency, for 4 years, and she is India's long distance runner. Next is related to Kawarasha Abdul Karim. So she is from South Africa, and recently she was in news as she won Christoph Mariek's Prize. So she is a HIV researcher of South Africa, and this Christoph Mariek's Prize is a prize related to France, and it is a science prize. Next news is related to a decontamination device named Lumos. So this has been developed to check the spread of COVID-19, and this has been developed by a Kochi-based startup, Devadi Tech Innovations. So this is a decontamination device. So these were the most important questions of today's quiz. Thank you, and that's all for the day.